At 6, more than 100 people living at the Bell Collier Village apartments on Howell Mill Road are without a home tonight. Last night we told you about this massive fire at the complex, and fire officials tell 11 Alive it all started on the rooftop. 11 Alive's Erica Murphy spoke with residents about how they're dealing with being forced out of their homes and what's next.
This massive blaze started in the rooftop kitchen at Bell Collier Village on Saturday. Now officials are saying it will be at least another day before anyone can get into the building to retrieve personal items. Dominic Fondon and his family live close to where the fire started.
Grabbed my family, headed out, got down here, saw the whole roof on fire.
Atlanta Fire and Rescue says several factors made it difficult to fight the blaze.
It was too dangerous with some collapses that were going on. And so we do have some collapse on in some of the units from the fire damage and the water damage that was going on.
According to a statement from the Red Cross, the organization is expecting to help more than 100 people displaced by the fire, but residents we spoke with say they're still waiting for help.
They said that we didn't have enough people here to have assistance to put us in shelters. And at that point, she was saying we could possibly get a room maybe per person. It was like a few people. But they weren't very accommodating at all. We're still waiting to hear back from them.
A representative for the complex told residents that a structural engineer would need to be called out to inspect the property before anyone is allowed inside. Some residents are not only out of a home, but can't get to their cars because the garage is underneath the section that sustained the most damage. Reporting from Atlanta, Erica Murphy, 11 Alive News.
I tell you what, it's got to be tough for those folks there. Within the last hour, the Red Cross opened up a shelter that has been confirmed for those people who live at the complex, and that's where we find 11 Alive's Grace King for us tonight. So Grace, we just heard that dozens of people who need help tonight.
Right. The Red Cross says it expects to help more than 100 people throughout this process, not necessarily here at the shelter, but also on site with whatever assistance they might need. That number could, of course, change as those damage assessments continue. Now, building plans for Bell Collier Village show the complex has about 250 units, and at this moment, none of its residents are allowed back inside. The Red Cross says its disaster assistance team volunteers are meeting with families to assess their emergency needs and help with recovery planning. That starts with the shelter here tonight off Monroe Drive. At this point, we haven't seen anyone showing up waiting for help, but it opened in just the last couple of minutes. We'll have more for you tonight at 11 on 11 Alive News. Live off Monroe Drive, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
All right, Grace.